Now going back to Reason now, I don't know. I haven't seen any. Have you seen any prices for the update? You think it's gonna be the same as the Reason 4 upgrade?
Yeah, they're usually pretty consistent with the prices.
So I think that's, if I'm not mistaken, 129.
Yeah, if you're like a registered user, I think.
Yeah. Do hop on Sweetwater real quick and check. Yeah, I believe it's 139 to upgrade, and I'm sure they've got some kind of deal if you want to get recorded together with that. Yeah, 129 for the Reason 4 upgrade. Um, so do you see many people? Let's say you already have Logic. Let's say you already have Pro Tools. Would you want record? You think that's
Really,
something
like
people can benefit?
I that's the reason why I never really rocked with it before. But like I think that it's worth the purchase just to see how good. I mean, it's not see just to see how good the Neptune is, but the Neptune made it a very compelling purchase for me.
Well, you think the Neptune would be worth the price of record alone?
Yeah, because like imagine, I mean, I'm sure there's plugins you can get for Pro Tools and Logic that allow you to do the same thing. But if you consider like the simplification of the workflow that Reason provides over all of the stuff that they put in there, then like I mean, because you had more experience with big studios than I have, and I'm saying, have you ever seen something where you can record a vocal and then tap on the keys immediately after the vocal's done and play in harmonizing parts?
Not on the fly like that.
That's what I'm saying. So like they're basically taking something where you'd have to have Melodyne and then you have to do a bunch of stuff in Melodyne like copy paste drag around or whatever other plugins there are. They basically made it, plug and play, which is I'm all about plug and play.
I'm not. I know I'm not crazy, but I believe I seen on the Pro Tools 8 video, they had a. It was a. They were showing off something like an auto tune in Pro Tools 8. I forgot what they called the elastic pitch. I think was what it was called to go along with the elastic audio feature they did. Uh, and I must say I've never used it.
Yes, I mean most of the like I have all the Air plugins too that came with 8 and they suck. I mean like they're better than the stock plugins that came with Reason
Much.
7, but there's like they don't do it for me. Like I get better results mixing vocals and Reason for real. It's just that like
I
the processing, the quality of the audio processing, and the converting is higher in Pro Tools. So like sometimes there'll be a piano I play in Reason, and then when if I just track it out, and even if I just export an eighth um, file from Reason of just the piano and then import it into Pro Tools, like the quality level jumps like almost threefold, which is why that is. I still can't figure it out, but if Record does that too, I'm through. I will probably never use that ever again.
Yeah, the Air plugins in Pro Tools are, yeah, they're not great, but they are a step up from the Digistock plugins, which are just horrible to me. I wish I could just get rid of them and not even look at them because yeah, I've probably used those for maybe 2 months maybe, and I was like, screw this, and I got the Waves Musician Bundle too, which came with a couple compressors, a couple EQs, because I couldn't take the stock plugins from DigiDesign, and then you jump over and look at what Apple's doing with Logic, and it just comes stock full of plugins.
Man, but those are make believe. I keep trying to tell you that, but you don't want to believe me.
And that you've got what 3 times more plugins available to you
True.
than what they give you, because I mean it's I mean everybody's about money, but I mean Pro Tools you can't even export an MP3 without paying $20 for a plug-in
Yeah,
upgrade
that's
or
annoying.
what add-on. So
But I mean, even so, like honestly, the RV 7000 reverb in Reason is like one of the best reverb. Like it's one of the best sounding and most flexible and easy to use reverbs I've ever even come across. Because I mean, like I've downloaded demos and stuff and like seen what other people have, but like the RV7000, it has a bajillion presets and it lets you change so many different settings or factors rather that you
Mm.
can make stuff sound like I could turn a hi-hat down to like, you know, I don't know, like negative 17 or something and just have the joint jacked up so it sounds like I'm flying through clouds or something. I don't know. But it's like you can do amazing stuff with it.
Yeah, I've never used that reverb. I know which one you're talking about,
Yeah,
but
the big
yeah,
purple joint.
I've never used it. Yeah. So, did they add any new instruments to Reason 5?
Um, I guess it really depends on how you look at it. Because
Well, it looks like they replaced some or renamed some stuff or replaced it. Like I guess this Kong is supposed to replace the I forgot the name of it, but the drum sample that was already on there.
yeah, you're talking about the redrum. No, the redrum's still in
Yeah.
there, but
Okay.
the Kong is
Okay.
a whole different beast. But even like the Octorex, it you
That replaced the Rex player, didn't it?
yeah, I mean I believe it did, but it's likely that they still have the regular Rex if you don't want to use all the busy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But like with this, you can adjust the pitch, the pan, the level, decay, whether it reverses or not, the frequency it plays, and all kinds of stuff, and what output it comes out of for each slice in each sample or each Rex loop that you have. And you can have up to 8 loops. So I'm saying you can have a loop playing and just have it play, this particular one backwards or this one really low or this one like way in the back, just all kinds of craziness, which is like you really, if you did it now, you would have to automate all that stuff, which like it's it's not cumbersome, it's just annoying. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But they built that all in and you have 8 different loops now that they can play all at once or they can play in sequence. You know what I mean? Like and you can have it trigger each loop at a different time. And then also with the Kong, you can put a Rex loop in there and highlight the section of the Rex loop that you want to play when you strike a pad. So let's say you have like a 3 bar loop and you only want like these 4 consecutive eighth note slices in the middle of, bar 2 to play when you strike the pad. You can highlight it and it'll do that. But then at the same time, you can layer that with like another kick drum or some other loop on top of that. Like it's out of control.
In the Rex player or in the
In the
Kong?
Kong, you can do that
Hmm.
for like
Yeah.
that's just it's like stuff that you didn't even know that you were dreaming about. So yeah, I'm excited because I play like when I mean you've heard some of the beats that I sent you and like I don't sample the way most people sample. I
Mm-hmm.
play my samples like percussion instruments. You know what I mean? And then I try to smooth it out afterwards and kind of bring everything together. So with the
Mm-hmm.
Kong, like if I just want to have this one section play, you know, and then especially since the Rex loops, they're tempo sensitive, I can instead of having to like just loop it to this one section and let's say try to figure out what tempo to play and da da da, the slices will automatically adjust depending on how you change the tempo of the song. You know what I
Mm.
mean?
Yeah, that's pretty sick stuff there. I'm gonna put you on the spot here. So
So
it's Reason 5. So You said they update. You say maybe every 18 months.
something
So
like that. Because I
let's
mean, I feel like it's
let,
been
let,
more than either that or like 2 years.
hmm. Well, let's jump a year and a half into the future. Reason 6. Where does Reason go from here?
You can go from here. I think that wow. They're definitely going to have to refine the Kong a little bit. I'm sure because that's just a completely brand new thing. Um, and I think that there will be uh, something another. They'll have a new instrument, but it'll just be something really strange. And then I also hope that they add the VST support.
Hmm. That's true. Now, in Reason, yeah, because the Reason's really powerful. I mean, if you really know the ins and outs of it. I know a lot of people's been or are intimidated by Reason.
I was too.
But you know what?
I was. I'll tell you the first time. I was talking to a friend of a friend because when I was in school, and like springtime 2004, and this kid had Fruity Loops, and that's when I just first started putting together little beats. I made like three, I think, that spring semester, and then I went home and I didn't touch anything for a while, and I started talking to my friend of a friend, and he suggested Reason to me because he knew someone who used it, and I got it, and then the first time I opened it up, I closed it, and I didn't go back to it for like maybe 2 weeks. And then
I did the same thing.
yeah, and then so the next time I sat down, I actually looked at like the instruction manual on how to kind of get started. And then after that, everything else I learned since then is just me playing around essentially.
Yeah, I did the same thing when I first. Yeah, I first opened up Reason, and I think the first thing everybody does is flip the rack around, and
See, I didn't even I
you
had it for like a year before I knew you could press tab and look at the back. All I saw was those knobs, and I was straight.
you you really have to understand signal flow before you flip that rack around and start doing stuff.
Yeah, but when you do, once you get it down, you can do some wild stuff.